morning, friends. Welcome to weekly forecast of Nifty top 10 stocks and major indexes. Today we are going to discuss about the Nifty, Bank Nifty, crude oil, USD Bitcoin, and along with the top 10 stocks of Nifty top 50. So Nifty 50s, 10 stocks according to their weightages. So we will discuss what is the possible trend for the next week or so. We begin with the gold. So earlier we discussed this it may go a little bit consolidation phase and then it may go upside because the way it moving is quite impressive. So here it is above the trend line, but still it is taking some time. But structurally hasn't changed much. Why we said this? Because the time it took is lesser than the correction phase. So here the possibility of going up is more. So in case of gold, I would suggest like it may come a little bit down, but again it may go towards 1782 or 1750. Look for the buy setup in case of gold, not to sell. Silver. So earlier we discussed this, the fall is sharper, so we can get one down before it can go any further up. But as it crosses the trend line, so we may go one up before it can go any further down. So in case of silver also, we may go for one up, that is for 19.80 or 20. So look for buy in case of silver too. Crude oil, earlier we were in the sell. So I said below this, if it stays, it can go one down before it can go any further up. But as soon as it crosses the 87 USD, we are going to go one more up for the level of 94 or something. So here one can look for the buy now. The possibility of this went no. From here, if it is going above 87 USD, buy for 95 USD in case of crude oil. So look for buy, not to sell in case of crude too. USD INR, it is possibly this trend line same is it is going now. So I'll remove everything so that it will clear some of the lines. So I'll add this one downside line. Yeah. Here you can see the way it went down is 1, 2, 3, a simple A, B, C kind of a structure. Yes, totally it's a and it's a B. And in C, you can see 1, 2, and 3, 4. If it goes one down, that completes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So later it can go one up. So before it can go any further down. Why it happens? Because this structure is ABC, and whatever the structure it is earlier, this is consolidation to this upside, right? So this is simple ABC kind of a structure, A, and this is B, and it is going for the C. So it can happen in case of USD. So we may see a downside maybe to the level of 71 or 72 or even to the level of 78, let's say. But one up is going to go. And after that, we may see this as a flat pattern or something because there the time matches with this correction. Let's say this, it goes. Then the time here it is taking ABC and this ABC will do the correction of the flat. So this pattern is looking obvious like a flat pattern. So we may see one up before it can go any further down. But this will be a matching because this is ABC again a two-way structure and it is taking time and going in the form of triangle or a flat. So look for a small sell, then buy, then sell in case of USD. So this may be the possible structure for the next week. Nifty, sorry, Bitcoin. This is brilliant. So earlier we discussed this, like from here, if it goes, it will be going to go for upside. You can see here, clearly there is a little bit down they came and went straight to the upside from the level of 19,000 or 18,000 change. 18,500, I said here it may come and that would be the good opportunity for the buy. So it went up to the level of 18,581. Now it again like faster and it has crossed all the trend line which was earlier going on. Now only thing which this needs to confirm with the time, the price of the Bitcoin, if it goes in lesser time, that is before 30th September, if it is going above this, that is from yeah, before 30th September, if the price of Bitcoin is moving above 25,000, so we may see a good movement, or maybe towards uh, so this trend line is possible, maybe to the 29,000 or something. So look for the buy in case of Bitcoin, not to sell. But before that, if it cross, that is a good sign. If it is crossing 25,000 below or before the 29th or 30th of September, we are going to head towards 30,000, 29,000, and even to the 48,000. That is a my prediction for the next week, or maybe in the next another 2 to 3 months or 4 months. So because this is like some correction ended here, if it faster before 29th of September, if it crosses, that is a good sign. We may head towards 30,000, 29,000. Later, when it again crosses and consolidates here, we may go towards 40,000. So look for buy in case of Bitcoin, not to sell. And Nifty, it's a daily chart. So we'll go for hourly. Okay, fine. So earlier we discussed this like A, B, C, D, and E kind of thing. After that, we may see one upside. This structure is looking like a neutral triangle or a triangle for me. So we said here, what happens if it coming downside, then we may see one down, one up before it can go any further up. That was exactly that has happened. Now the question is like how it is behaving here, right? This is a low, or this is a low which I'm considering. So this is a 1 and 2, this is a C structure, right? So this is again A, B, and C structures, right? So here it's ABC, and here it's simple ABC kind of a structure. Uh, but here, once it comes to the level of 18,000 or something, it may come down one more time, because this whole structure is looking a slower correction. Or if it is like a diamond also, here there is a one pattern, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a diamond kind of a structure, but here it did not go downside, so it went upside. So this whole structure is A, B. Now one more down may expected in case of Nifty, but we need to see from the downside also where it is heading. From downside, just I'm adding one more trend line or a channel. So here, one more channel, okay, short term, and from the top side, this would be the resistance. Okay, so here what may happen, this whole structure is again like a triangle or a flat pattern or running flat, we can say. This is like a 1, 2, or 3, a two-way structure. This is A, B, and C. Now it is A and B. We are going to go for the C. So once C completed, it may come down a little bit. So that the whole structure will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. A diametric kind of a structure here, possibly. Or if it is like faster correction to the downside, it may go down, maybe towards 17,500. But again, that would be good sign. This whole structure will be like a B correction, and the C will complete here and go upside. So this is a top possibility. But here you may face some resistance. As of now, 18,000 or 18,000, near 18,000 change. So for the next week, it depends like where it is opening and how it is behaving. For this is one channel I'm keeping right now, and this is the second one. As it is below the channel, okay. But internally, if I see the structure, it is 1, 2, or 3, 4, or 5. It may correct a little bit, let's say downside, then go one up before it can go any further down. Or if it is going below this faster way, then we may see one down before it can go any further up. So look for a sell, and if it is going above by two-stage confirmation, we can buy, or else we will be staying for the sell towards 17,690 or something. Let's say if it is opening again like somewhere around 18,000 next day, or like on Monday, it may correct a little bit before it can go any further up. So look for sell, not to buy as of now, or it can hold in case of Nifty for the next week. Bank Nifty, yeah, we earlier seen this like here, if we may go up and down and up, that is what which is happening in case of Bank Nifty. So I'm adding the fresh channels here. So this is a down and this is a up, and from here This whole structure is ABC. For me, this is A, B, and C. So in case of Bank Nifty, you may see like 1, 2, or 3, 4, or 5, or something up before it can go any further down. So it may go a little up before it can go any further down, or it may come down first and go outside. So upside will be the possible in case of Bank Nifty. So in Bank Nifty, you can buy. For Nifty, you can hold, or if it is giving the signs of two-stage confirmation, it may go upside. So what is a two-stage confirmation? You can see my older videos. That is a two-stage confirmation with a time and price. If it is something crossing the trend lines or a channel, that is a two-stage confirmation. So look for the buy in case of Bank Nifty, not to sell. Individual stocks, and go quickly. HDFC, you can see we just discussed in a Nifty, there is like here it is going below the trend line, right? But if it is going below the trend line, but what is the next day? It is opening above this and staying up, So it is in the channel. So that is a good sign in the channel. So we may go one up. So here it is trading in between the channels. So what happens now? It is a good sign. Like here, if it is going one up, this is correction and one more up. So it's a simple ABC kind of a structure. If you master this, like you won't be worrying about the where market is heading and how we need to trade. So this is simple technique. You can see this is a one up, a correction, a longer correction, and see this is a beauty. So you can look for the buy setup in case of HDFC, and below this only we are looking for the sell, or else we are not looking any sell. Or we can say for a shorter term, 2418 or 2400, this is a sell call, maybe towards this, or else we will be seeing one buy. So that is a call. And HDFC Bank, so similar structure. Structure wise, it hasn't changed much. So it is going to go for one up, maybe towards this, or maybe a one correction and a triangle structure before it can go any further up. Let's say this now. Yes. So if it is slower, what will happen? So it may correct a little bit and down and up. That will be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or if it is going down, that will be the buy structure. So look for buy, not to sell. And this is currently low. I said below this will be sell structure. If it is consolidating, that is a good sign. We may go one up. So look for buy above this, that is 27.26, and sell below 25.62. Structure hasn't changed much in case of this. ICICI Bank, I said look for the buy, not to sell in case of ICICI. That is a similarly good structure, which is happening in case of ICICI. So look for buy, not to sell. Structurally hasn't changed much. Infosys, we said like here it is a trend line. If it is going down, till now it may go down and then up, right? That was the discussion which we did in case of Infosys last week. I said look for the sell because it is going here, it may face resistance to the downside. So again, it is a spike and going inside the structure. That is a good sign. Below this we can sell for this, or above this we can go one more up for filling this gap. So look for buy, and below 1445 look for the sell. ITC, I said like here, if it is going below this, we will be looking the sell, or else we will be going towards up only. So it is still remains in the buy side. So look for the buy, not to sell in case of ITC. If it is below 300, then only we are going to sell in case of ITC. Kotak, it came near the structure, as this is like a faster downside and it's a slower upside. There is one downside it may come. So wait for this sell to happen, then you can look for the buy, or else you can with a smaller stop losses, one can take a sell call in case of Kotak if it gives you a two-stage confirmation sell below this or very short term below this. It may go up or one down before it can go any further down. So look for sell in case of Kotak. This is brilliant. So LNT, we said like here, if it is going down, it may come, or else it will be going to go to touch this line. Sorry, this one, yellow, and it may go up also because this is a slower and this is a faster one. So look for the buy in case of LNT, maybe towards 2057, and this sell is not happening, and because it is above this trend line. So these are the key factors, like how the trend lines and the beauty of these trend lines work and channels will work. For this also we have a videos, channeling technique, so you can watch them. Reliance, structure hasn't changed much. Below this will be sell, or else slower up and down. It may be in between these two lines, so try to avoid, or option selling will be the good option in between these two areas uh, for Reliance. Silver, it may go silver, as I said, we discussed earlier. TCS, yeah, TCS, we said like here it is a trend line, and below this will be sell, or else we may go one up, that is for 34.40. So look for buy. Now structurally hasn't changed much. Look for buy, not for the sell. Last one, Bajaj Finance. Yeah, we said the consolidation and may go upside. So look for the buy, not for the sell in case of Bajaj Finance. So for at least 75% that has happened, and after this is the correction, and again it may go towards 8,000. So look for buy in case of Bajaj Finance, not to sell. And this is for the next week. If you find useful this video, please do share among your friends and family members. Take care, have a wonderful weekend, and before investing, please do take your expert advice, because this video is made only for the education purpose. Thank you. Thanks a lot.